Welcome back to the Tokyo Fresh podcast, only on the Tokyo Beat Network. My name is David, and I'm here with Jordan.
What up, guys?
What up?
Pretty good. I have entered the future. I have entered 2023. I've done something that I was meant to do, I want to say 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And in finally doing it, I realized that I should have done this ages ago.
Now, what's that?
I got a new phone.
Okay. Something from this century?
Something from this century.
Well, you know, I say that, but, like, my phone is, like, a piece of
What are you
trash.
using currently?
7? iPhone 7?
Jeez.
We're at double the number, right?
Bro,
So, yeah.
I had a work phone, and I thought my work phone was an iPhone 7, and my phone was an iPhone 8. So I was being like, I got 7, I got 8, haha, it's really funny, I got
Right,
both of them.
right.
Turns out, my work phone was an iPhone 6 SE or whatever.
Gee.
So it was
my
like
God.
long.
I'm surprised that can still run.
Shit does not run. That shit does not
I mean,
run.
if all it has to do is take calls, it's fine.
Oh, yeah. But it doesn't. Technically, what I'm meant to do with the work phone, is obviously take calls and blah, 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 but like also like hotspot myself when I need Wi-Fi and
Right,
stuff.
right.
And, you know, that's what the phone's meant to be for. But the phone is now so old that, so I've moved house. My new house doesn't have like internet connection. There's no Wi-Fi in my house, basically. And because it's only for like a couple months, there's no point setting up like a whole connection.
Yes.
For 2 or 3 months. I even called the company. I called and I was like, hey, this is the situation. Can you give me like a emergency contract? Can you do something? And they're like, no, we can give you 1 year. Would you like a 1 year contract? I'm like, but I'm only here for 2 or 3 months. Yeah. Do you want a 1 year contract? That's all we have with Japan. We are
fine.
inflexible.
Nothing wrong with that.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna use my my phone to basically hotspot me.
Yeah.
And I quickly realized this is impossible.
Oh, it probably just runs like garbage.
It
right?
runs like shit. Like there are times where it runs smooth for like 3-5 minutes and it just choppy. Like I can't load a Google Docs. I can't work. So I basically spent the entire time like going to like Starbucks and stuff to actually get work done. Ooh.
Yeah, I agree, Zodiac. Something is fucked up with the iPhone update where my camera is fucked up.
Seriously?
Like the gyroscope. Whenever I pull out my camera, I'll show you. Hang on. Let's
Go
see
on.
If it
Wait,
works.
seriously?
Yes.
One of his mine as well.
Something
Let's find out.
since late last time I opened it. Maybe they fixed it since then, because before when I would open it up, it would like shake up and down like violently.
I heard about this. No. Yes. I heard about this.
But
so
maybe they fixed it since.
I don't like this whole face. So my new phone now is basically I was gonna get an iPhone. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. I got to talk about this a little bit. So I'm looking at iPhones for like a week now. So any big purchase I make, I'm gonna use that thing for
A long
years.
time.
It's fucking ages. Like I used my iPhone 8 for maybe four and a half years now, maybe longer. I've had it for so long, and it's worked. There are current media projects, campaigns that are online on websites and such, and you can see these campaigns and go, wow, what a nice campaign. I ran that shit.
Yeah.
And I took those photos and edited them on a fucking iPhone 8. There are big companies with reels and stuff out that have been filmed and edited on my shitty iPhone 8. So it can do the job, but the problem is it was just getting old. Like it was getting to a case where I couldn't film and edit because the space was bad. It was like slowing down.
Speed was slow.
Yeah, I couldn't get work done. So I was like, okay, I have to update. So I'm looking at, okay, I'm gonna go something in this generation. Didn't want a 14 because I'm not paying a billion.
Yeah,
gazillion.
it's expensive.
It's very expensive, but not a lot more. I found.
No, yeah. The upgrades between like, 12 to 13, 13 to 14 are extremely marginal.
Oh boy, let me tell you. Okay,
Sometimes it's like basically nothing.
The only difference seems to be like the size of the phone. So
Right,
they do this thing but they change the sizes ever so slightly, so you can't use the same phone case. You got to buy your phone case as well.
Annoying.
It's very irritating. So like, with the iPhone, I was looking at the 14. I was like, I'm not gonna get this, so you're off the table. I don't care about you. So I'm looking at the 12 and the 13, and I'm looking at all these different like what do you call them? Different comparison guide thing websites. Oh, you should get the 12 because the 12 has. Oh, you should get the 13 because the 13 has the Max Dual X72P processor. And I'm like, okay, what does the 13 have? The same one. What does the 12 have? The same one. And I realized that the 12 and the 13 are, I'm sorry to say, they're the exact same phone. The only difference is the 13 has, ready for it?
Yes.
Cinematic mode. Ooh.
Okay, what's cinematic? Is that just for like filming?
Yes. So what cinematic mode does is it's like software in the camera where it blurs the background to make your photos and stuff look cinematic. Wow. So I was like,
so it has depth of field?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not like in the camera itself. It's like an algorithm thing they use to blur the background.
Sure.
So I go, oh, that's cool. Well, if it's not like hardware, if it's just software, surely there's an app
that can
that
do the exact same
that
thing.
can do the exact same thing that I can use. I looked it up, and lo and behold, there is an app. There are multiple apps that do the cinematic mode.
It's not like it's something hard to do. Like
No.
that shit has existed for
ages. Literally ages. Like, wait, so there's basically no real difference between the 12 and the 13. And then there's, I guess, a little bit more difference between the 13 and the 14. But between the 12, 13, 14, you might as well buy like, but I got the 12 Max Pro. Ooh. Which is like the best iPhone from that generation of iPhones. Ooh. They're like, yo, you compare that to like the 13, just get the 12 Pro. It's the exact same phone, basically. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, the happiest thing about this phone is that I now have a very cool Gengar phone case. This is my pride and fucking joy. It's so...
I don't know. Oh, hang on. You might have to get closer. Hang on, I gotta configure the video because it keeps... I don't know why. Every time I start OBS, it always puts on autofocus. Don't autofocus. You don't need it.
Autofocus on my phone?
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Yeah, it's a very cool little phone case. So I'm very happy with that. But yeah, so getting this new phone, I realized that a lot has changed since the iPhone 8.
Yeah, I would think so.
Bro, it is night and day. Considering like with the 8 I've been using for ages, I have to charge that shit like whenever there is a plug in sight. I'm there.
Oh yeah. My phone's getting to that point,
bro. I had to carry like an external battery with me all the time because it was constantly dying. So then I got the 12 and I was like, I'm packing to come to your house, and I'm like,
yes.
I gotta go to David's house, go to this podcast today. What am I gonna pack? And I'm like, oh, I guess I need the external battery. And I'm like, oh wait, no, I don't. Oh, I guess I need the second phone so I can. Oh wait a minute, no, I don't. I literally only need this phone. It is
right.
It's so stupid. Like I gotta say, updating is very much worth it, especially if you're using like a 7 or an 8.
I'm probably gonna do that pretty soon. I think I need to.
Amazon has if your phone has a.
You're talking about the refurbished ones.
That's what I've got.
Yeah,
I've got a refurbished iPhone. They have like certain promises.
I don't know about because I bought this.
Yeah.
With no SIM.
Yeah. So your SIM is SIM free.
No. Maybe I don't know.
We can check.
Because like I bought it with no SIM.
Yeah.
Then I went to whatever, like a retailer or whatever.
Yeah.
And they gave me whatever SIM that they have. And whatever. So.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's like a SIM free one. I mean, you can take your SIM out and put it in other phones as well, right?
I assume so.
Yeah. You can literally go to any
place and do
that. Yeah, buy a phone and put the SIM inside it, basically.
I don't know why changing a phone is such a fucking hassle, though.
David, it is the biggest.
Like, it shouldn't be. It should just be like, here. Open this up. Connect this bottom piece. Use like a male to male end. Connect the bottom one to a bottom one, and just go open one up and go okay. Beep beep. Yeah. Transfer data. Accept data. Boom. Done.
Okay, David, you ready for this? They now have that.
Good.
But it's all wireless.
Fuck.
It's so fucking easy. So the only things that are annoying is that, so for my iPhone 8, I had to scan something on the 12. And then it was like, all right, we're transferring everything. Don't touch your phones for like, whatever, 30 minutes. We're just going to transfer. So you leave it there. And it starts transferring stuff over. David, do you know how much it transferred? Like, fucking, my background images were the same.
Oh, really? Like it literally transferred everything?
Everything. I've come to your house and I'm logged onto your Wi-Fi.
Oh, and you didn't have to change anything?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. It transferred like literally everything.
It is mind-blowingly cool.
Well, that's good because I know like before it was an absolute motherfucking nightmare.
The only things you can't transfer that really annoying is it makes sense though. It's like the if you have any cards saved on the phone or wallets or passmos, you gotta like do those manually.
I assume like line and shit you have to do manually as well.
Line, yes. Line, you gotta log into your new phone to like enter the password, whatever, and then it just like syncs everything over basically.
Right, you're right.
It's pretty easy, but don't do what I did, which I was like mid conversation, and then I was like, log onto
my phone,
and then it was like, yeah, you can't log onto this phone as well, bro. Like you can only log onto one phone at a time, and I did not know this. So I was like, oh well, sorry guys, you have to wait like 30 minutes while I transfer my shit over.
You know, whatever.
Like it's a whole thing, but it's I'm liking the leaps in technology from like Apple and Line and phones and stuff. But
I do agree, phones are scary now that
bro,
they know everything that you like.
Bro, phones,
but that's just like mass surveillance type stuff.
Yes, phones are scary, bro. Fucking hell, like legitly, like the phone I have now, I'm like, this can do more than like my old computer could do. I'm like, this can do about the same as like.
You know what I always find funny though about like cell phones specifically are like, not necessarily cell phones themselves, but people are like, the government is gonna track me and they're gonna know exactly what they want to know exactly what I do. But then these exact same people are like, I'll just have an iPhone.
Yeah, I'll just get an iPhone.
And it's like, you literally have like a walking GPS.
Yeah.
That is just on you 24/7, like to be like the government wants to steal my money. You
gotta remove most the government is trying to steal my data. So yeah, they have it.
No, they already have it. Yeah,
for me, it's that, but it's also like the arrogance of believing that
you're worth stealing data.
Exactly,
from.
You're worth stealing data from. Really gets me. Like I've never woken up a day in my life and thought to myself, oh, the government wants to know if I prefer like Cheerios or Fruit Loops. Like the government is fucking on my dick trying to work out what my favorite breakfast cereal is so they can sell me more cereal.
The government probably knows more about my browsing history than I know.
Oh, 100%.
Which is kind of a scary thought.
Kind of sus, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, guys, I beg you, if I die, delete that. Just delete that straight away. But it's weird.
When I die, here's the password to the hard drive on my computer.
Just set my house. I guess 101 thought I died, and he was like, I gotta set the house on fire. Jordan's died upstairs. I gotta burn the place to the ground. Fucking ridiculous. But those people are weird. I always find it really weird when people are like, the government is looking at my data. They're trying to find like where I live. It's like they know that. They have a census. Like, you have an iPhone. They're tracking you anyway. And like, it's not something anyone really truly cares about. You know what I mean?
It's true.
As David gets engrossed into his phone.
Sorry. I'll put it down.
I think that is actually something that's really interesting. I was talking to my friend recently, and he was saying he was going on like a couple dates now. COVID is over. He's like, COVID's done. I can go on dates again. I was like, have a good time. I'm like, how your dates from recently? And he's like, bro, people are engrossed in their phones. I think he went on like 3 dates, and he was like every single date was just like half talking to him and then half just sort of staring at their phone. And after the first 2 hours, I was like, bro, are you boring? Is this you? Like, are you just boring, maybe. Bro? Because like,
could be.
I'm like, I need to date you. We got to go on a mock date so I can understand like what's going on here. Because the first one, I'm like, that's definitely, that's on the go. That's really rude. This is what you're talking about. The second one, I'm like, oh, that's crazy. You dated 2 girls who've done the exact same thing. Then the third one, I'm like, bro, are you boring?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You're like,
1 time is an isolated incident.
Yeah.
3 times is
it's a pattern.
Set twice is a coincidence.
He's just jumping on these dates, just like, so have you heard about this book called the History of Paint and How It Dries? It's very interesting. Let me
the history of paint.
Let me talk chapter 1. The paint. Fuck me, dude. Legit.
I feel like this is a very cast.
You chilling?
I guess so. I don't know. Like nothing real wild happened this week. It's just kind of like, whatever.
Let me ask you then, David.
Yes.
How the fuck was your week? I normally ask this before I dive into bullshit.
It was okay. Though I don't want to talk too much about it because it's just, it's work shit. But
yeah. That's fine.
The people that run my school, it's funny. So I got sent an article by one of my coworkers, and they're like, this is eerie. Like how fucking similar to my situation that this is. Like it was almost it was written in, I think it was like the international schools like digest or something, like some kind of like a thing. And they're explaining like how for some reason so many international schools have like extremely incompetent administration at the top level. And the way that they described it was like, I mean, I suppose I can just find it for you because I know where it is because they sent it to me in a message. But like, it was uncanny to where if you told me that my coworker had written it, I would have believed.
He'd have been like, wait,
I'd have been like,
it's his pen name.
Yeah, exactly, right? I was like, ooh, this is weird, right?
Serious? So in that case, it's not. It's something that happens enough in Japan.
Yeah, enough that.
Wow.
So,
go on.
I'll read you the article.
Please do.
The title of the article is "Fired on Trumped-Up Charges."
Oh, fuck. Okay, go on. Jesus Christ, yeah?
I bet money that, like me, experienced, well-qualified educators have been railroaded out of international schools by incompetent, inept administrators who feel threatened by teachers better qualified for their position.
Jesus.
This is what happened to me.
Jesus.
2 days after our respected elementary principal walked out in utter frustration...
That's literally
what happened to me.
What the fuck?
Our director, in his infinite wisdom, gave the leadership position to his good buddy and drinking partner, a guy with 3 years teaching experience.
Shut the fuck up. That's... Okay. Fuck off.
At the time of Buddy's promotion, I'd been overseas for 12 years in 4 different schools, witnessing the new principal flounder badly at his first full elementary faculty meeting. I felt motivated to offer assistance, in private, of course. Yeah. It was obvious the guy was in way over his head. Our classrooms had been previously adjacent. I felt that we had formed a professional relationship. My room is also adjacent to the person. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's weird. Okay,
you're like, wait, did I write this?
Did I write? Yeah,
did I write this? Did I Jacqueline Hyde write this?
So, point blank, he said that he was now to be addressed as Mr. B.
Fuck off.
He expected to be treated with respect, and if he wanted help, he would ask for it. No doubt he was feeling quite inadequate. About 2 weeks after this encounter, I escorted a boy to the nurse's office. As I guided him through the door to the infirmary, I placed my hand on the kid's shoulder. Our new principal was passing by as I said good morning and walked into the nurse's office. The afternoon, the principal called me in to see him. His buddy, the director, was waiting. I was immediately accused of inappropriately touching a student. There was nothing I could say in my defense. The two of them had conspired to create a serious case as they had put it against me. So obviously this is not, one-to-one what happened to me, because that's not what I'm getting ousted for.
That's great. What the fuck?
I was summarily put on suspension without pay, then fired 2 weeks later. Effective immediately. I was also told to consider myself lucky the board of directors or Ministry of Education hadn't got wind of the issue. I packed my belongings and left the following week at my own expense. My crime? I had never gotten along well with the director, an insecure, inexperienced, underqualified guy hired by the school owner to be his right-hand man. His heavy, admittedly. I made the mistake of offering suggestions at full school faculty meetings. They went unwelcomed. I was, in effect, an independent thinker attempting to contribute to the greater good. Wasn't that exactly what the school mission statement promised to make out for the students? Apparently, they wanted this attribute to be practiced someplace else.
Yes.
My experience is not unique. Of that, I am certain. International educators are strictly at the mercy of their administrators. Labor laws are minimal, if even enforced at all, leaving administrators with an agenda virtually free to exercise their unbridled will over a teaching staff. Back home, these individuals will be brought up on charges, sued, and prosecuted, and in some cases imprisoned. I've kept the name of the school, my name, and the others involved in this article out of it because, truthfully, I'm afraid of what they are capable of if I were to name them. For obvious reasons, I can't use the school as a reference. It appears the consequences of the charade are far more far-reaching than I had thought. Is my situation an isolated incident? No.
No, sir.
No, because how that's fucking accurate that is. It is scarily accurate.
So there's like 5 major points he thinks, and apart from the time scale to which the dude was let go and the charges, it's 1 to 1.
It's 1 to 1.
It's really scary.
Almost identical. So
holy shit.
That makes me go just wonder what the fuck is going on.
That's really strange because a lot of people see, especially teaching in Japan, they see the international school as that a golden like parachute almost to get to. It's like a golden stairway to like better teaching, better money. Oh, I don't want to be an LT anymore. I'm going to be like, I'm going to try my best to work in international school, only to find that it also has like crazy deep-seated issues. I mean, I would assume it has like some issues, but as I remember you first telling me about like the administration problems, and me thinking like, oh, this must be like an isolated thing.
Apparently not.
Fuck me, dude.
And like at this point, right? I read stuff like that. I look at my situation, and I go like, international schools are a scam.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Unless they're accredited by like some kind of actual like educational board or like overarching thing.
It's a scam.
It is 100% a scam.
100%.
And I'm like, they don't care about the students.
Nope.
Like 0%. How could they? Because they do the most boneheaded shit, and it's the primary motivation is money.
Yeah. Always.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, I think in America there are these schools. I think the charter schools or something.
Yeah.
Like the weird,
or like boarding schools.
yeah,
or
like the weird private school things. I remember reading a bunch of stories on Reddit. 'Cause I find this whole topic really interesting about how there's one that really sticks to me. There's a girl, and she went to a charter school or like a boarding school until she was like in, I want to say, junior high school, second year. So from like elementary school, junior high school, second year, she was like in the charter school. I was like top of my class, smartest bitch there. Like I was the one to be feared. I knew everything. I was the one, you know? And then I went to like junior high school, second grade, and I was a dumbass. I was no. They were doing things that I've never heard of. Like she was like, I realized I had wasted like years in this school. It's crazy.
It's funny because so like I'll get off this topic because personally I don't think it's that interesting.
I think it's interesting, but go
on. Some of my students they're in year 6, right? And this is like following the UK curriculum. So if you know what year 6 is, you know what year 6 is.
Yeah.
Some of these kids can barely write their name in year 6. Now, the issue there is right,
good.
like,
That's not good.
But the issue there is like, oh well, like why aren't the like what's wrong with you as a teacher? Why are these students not better? And it's like, yo, I'm gonna be real with you. If the student comes into year 6 and they cannot write their name, this was an issue 3, 4, 5 years prior to me.
Yep. Oh my god, that reminds me of like when I was working in elementary school. All my kids I remember this so well, and it fucking kills me. So I had a main school I worked at for a long time, and that was like my main hub. And these schools, they were like under the umbrella of Jordan's influence. So I taught them British English. We did writing. I basically threw aside whatever bullshit the Board of Education gave us. Like, this is dumb. We're doing this my way. And then by the time I left, my way had become the way all schools were being taught, like in Kanagawa. So I was like, elementary schools. And I was like, cool, as I expected, because the way we were doing before was dumb.
It was bad, yeah.
So all my 6th grade, all my like year 6s, they could all read, they could all write their own names. Everyone could write their own names. It wasn't like, I'd be like, hi guys, paper out, write your name. Everyone's like, yeah, cool. They'd be like, oh, English or Japanese. I'd be like, English. They go, okay. They write English. I'd be like, oh, can we write Japanese on leaf? Yeah, of course you can. Japanese on leaf. Easy.
Right.
The worst kid in that class, like the ones who had the most problems with English, could write their own name, no problem, no issues at all, easy clap. And that's because obviously it's a combination of teachers, but also because like they actually were focusing on like what they were doing. It was like good teaching from first grade to 6th grade. I went to this new school, and I was in there for a year. The last school I was at, and we get to 6th grade, and I go, okay, we're gonna play name bingo. Bingo is the game where you write your name, everyone writes their name, and then I got like letters in the bag, and I pull letters out, and I go A, and they go, oh, I got A in my name. You cross out the letter in your name. It's a warm up activity. It takes like the whole thing from setup to finish is 5 minutes, and I go, all right guys, here's the paper. Please write your names down. And everyone's like, in English, and I'm like, well, yeah, because
it's English.
Playing name, but yeah. And I was like,
right, yeah.
And I'm like, wait, I'm like, yo, can these kids not write the name? He's like, oh, only like 2 or 3 can. I'm like, these kids are in 6th grade. You know, in elementary, in like junior high school, grade 1, they you know, that you start writing immediately.
Right.
They assume you know how to write at least your name in English. They assume you know. Bro, what have you done? Like you have. I remember saying to this teacher, like, you guys have like really fucked these kids over. Like to the
Because
extent where
you've passed them on to a level that they're
Yes.
not at, and
Yes.
then you're just you're just shouting at them
Yeah.
shit that they don't understand
Yeah.
because they're still at step 1 and you're
Yeah.
on step 20.
you've created a class of kids who are in the future hate this language because when they moved at junior high school, they are going to struggle so much with English. They're going to be to just not like it.
There are kids in my class who like literally have a 0 because they don't know how to do anything.
Yeah, of course,
Like
because
literally
they,
0.
the teachers before haven't helped them get to where they need to
And
be.
like I've asked these students, I'm like, do you need help? And they just go, no. And I'm like, okay. Like, all right.
It's hard, honestly. There was
But it's not even that too. It's like, oh, I'll email a parent and no reply.
yeah, you can't.
And I go, that's weird.
Mm.
But I know for a fact you can read one of the 2 fucking languages I sent it in, you bozo. So like that just tells me that
Still
either
okay, yeah.
1, you're illiterate twice,
That's
or 2, you don't give a shit. I'm leaning very much harder to the
yeah, you
second
don't
one.
give a shit. Yeah, 100%.
That you just don't give a shit about your kids. So like given that that's the case, I just go, okay, so this is not school anymore. This is
No.
glorified babysitting.
You're babysitting,
because
yeah.
you do not you have no input at all into your kids' education.
There is
You don't give
only
a
so
shit.
much you can do. I think
Right.
in the year being at the school.
But that's the fucking problem
No,
though.
no,
Is
100%.
like
No,
they're
100%.
like, you need to be a fucking miracle worker, and I'm like, dude, that's not.
I can't.
It is literally impossible. Like for you to expect that,
Mm.
and like they're giving me shit like, oh, so many kids are leaving and not going to the primary school, and I'm like, yeah.
Because you guys are
Do you know why?
Think
Because you
about
don't
it.
offer them anything that is worth a shit.
No, 100%.
Sorry.
Hmm.
I'm just being real with you. Like some of these kids are like, oh, after year 6, I'm moving to Malaysia to go to a boarding school.
Like, yeah.
Or like Indonesia to go to a boarding school. And I'm like, yeah, why are you going there? And they're like, oh, they have this like science program with like, whatever. That's like all based around like tech and coding and all this shit.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Yep.
wow, would be nice if this school had that, but you're going, so I guess not. And the management's mad at me that those kids aren't staying. I'm like, 1, those kids are fucking smart.
Yeah.
2, that means they're smart enough to know that you ain't gonna give them any fucking opportunity.
Very important.
And their parents
Very
are smart
important.
enough to know that that's the case too.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
why are you giving me shit?
I
It
can't
is
control these kids,
like
yeah.
I don't run your business.
Mm-hmm.
I come there, I teach the class that I'm intended to teach,
Is it?
and that's it. Like
Is it-
like I can go above and beyond, but the fact of the matter is, if you don't offer them anything that's gonna make them want to stay, they're not
They're
gonna
gonna
fucking stay.
Honestly, it's silly. I think it really is, and people do have these like inflated ideas of what they're doing. For example, back to my example of the school I taught for like a year. There was one conversation I had with this one teacher where he said to me, he goes, "Oh, do you know what other schools?" This is me being there for like 2-3 months maybe, and he goes to me, "Oh, do you know what other schools do you work at?" And I'm telling you the other schools I work at. And I mentioned my main school, the school that I've worked at for the longest, my boys,
yeah.
the ones that have been most heavily influenced by me. One kid speaks British English and still to this day speaks British English according to her mum. Because I still talk to mum sometimes. How crazy is that? It's insane. And this man, this teacher, looks me directly into my soul and says, "Oh, that school, oh, there are rivals." And I go, "Rivals in what?" And he goes, "Oh, there are rivals." And I go, "Yeah, rivals in what? In English?" Because they're not. That's like you being like a 5-year-old football league being like, "Oh, Arsenal, there are rivals." Like,
Right.
no, that's a professional league team. You guys are shut the fuck up. You guys are children. Give yourself more manageable expectations.
Right,
You know?
yeah.
Lower that bar right to the ground. Because that's where you are right now. Stop fucking around. Rivals in what? I was legitimately annoyed. I was like, how dare you? How fucking dare you? Do you know how long I taught that school for? Do you know how long I've molded this school into something even today, my lessons continue. Teachers go in that school and that principal's like, "Bro, I hate these teachers because they ain't you." And I'm like, I feel that. I'm sorry about that. This is years later. How dare you? Rivals, he said. I should have beat him up on the spot. But I do like he's a cool teacher.
I just the overconfidence of
The
of
confidence.
people. I'm just like, you have the most misplaced confidence in the fucking
The
world.
undeserved confidence.
Yeah. You
Imagine.
haven't earned anything to be this confident.
Nothing. You've done nothing. Oh, there are rivals. Oh, Michael Jordan, he's my rival.
Yeah.
How dare you speak to him by name? That's Mr. Jordan to you, dickhead. Like, the fuck? I can't.
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help. Get some fucking help. Nah, I'm not gonna talk about that anymore.
Well, before we move on to the main thing, let's run our 30-second piece for our network sister podcast. I don't know how you would describe it.
We definitely gotta get better at making those transitions.
Yeah, this is rough, man. Fuck me. All right. Well, you know what? We'll just hit the button and be about it. We'll be back in a second.
Hi, this is Mono, the host of Tokyo Game Life, a Tokyo-based video game podcast focusing on Nintendo and gaming culture in Japan's capital. It's your slice of gaming life from Tokyo. Every episode features deep dives into gaming-related places to visit in Tokyo, interviews with fans, developers, and experts, plus detailed thoughts on both retro and new games. Tokyo Game Life, only on the Tokyo Beat Network.
And we back, baby. Thanks for the listening to our little
My bitch session.
I keep screenshotting this fucking phone every time I'm trying to turn it off or close it. I got to use the buttons and stuff. I digress. David, did you hear? Okay, there's a very interesting thing on Twitter I saw recently, and I want to discuss it briefly.
Okay,
it's a very brief conversation, short conversation, and there was a Twitter post that something along the lines of, "What is something that's really silly that you got in trouble for at work? What did you get in trouble for at work? That's really silly." And
the
thing, obviously, this is all teachers complaining about nonsense. And one of the things that the person got really angry about was the fact that she got in trouble for eating breakfast at her desk. That was the thing. I got in trouble for eating breakfast at my desk at work. And I thought to myself, oh, I would have got... me too. You're not allowed to do... You can't do that. Like, you're not allowed to eat breakfast at your desk at work, depending on the school.
Why the hell not?
Depending on the school. I worked at 3 schools. One said no, one said yes, one said maybe.
And I say, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm doing it anyway.
I'm doing it anyway. That's the thing. They were like, I got in trouble eating breakfast at work, and they said I can't snack at work. And I was like...
It's not a snack, it's a meal.
That's why I was like, it's not a snack, it's a meal. Sometimes I'll be in school, I'll have like a coffee and onigiri, it's a little breakfast, maybe I could have eaten it on the way there, but I didn't. Hey.
Right,
soon.
yeah.
So now I'm gonna eat it before class because I have like 500 classes a day. I need you to cut me some slack, chill.
Right.
But then I saw what she was eating as breakfast, and I was like, okay, this isn't breakfast. She's just eating straight melon pan.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
Melon pan isn't breakfast. It's a snack. You might as well be eating just a pile of cookies at your desk.
Okay, hang on.
David,
whoa.
Listen, no. It's
no. Oh, hang on. Whoa. Can you functionally explain the difference to me between melon pong and jam on toast?
The layer of sugar on the outside of the melon pan.
What the fuck do you think jam is?
Fruits.
Yeah. What do you think melon is? Genius?
There's no melon in melon pan.
Then why the fuck would you call it melon pan?
Because people are... Apparently it looks like melon is the reason.
I don't know any melon I've ever seen that looks like that.
Okay, let me take you back. Ryugakusei Jordan is 2000 whatever.
Yeah.
I have been watching anime because I'm a fucking nerd. And I read this manga called like Deers or something. And it's
Deers?
It's a very weird... It's interesting. If you know, you know. It's very strange.
Deer S?
Yes. Dears. Deer S.
I think that's what it's called.
It's not important. I digress.
Anyway,
there's a whole thing. One of the characters loves melon pan. And I'm like, that's crazy. I don't know what the fuck that is. I come to Japan. Lo and behold, in the convenience store, there is melon pan. And I'm like, oh my God, it's here. And me, Jordan, in my mind, I'm like, this must be melon flavored bread. And or bread with like melon cream inside of it. Something delicious is going on here. But all I know is that there's going to be some melon flavors there. So I buy it, check it out, bite it. It's disgusting. It's just sugar and bread. Bad bread at that. It's cakey bread and sugar. I was like, okay, this is a dessert. I've bought a dessert and I don't want to eat it. This is horrible. It's disgusting. I don't want this. There's nothing nutritious about that bread. I hate it.
Yeah.
David, I cannot stand it.
I don't understand what your hatred is of melon pan.
It's horrible. By
Why?
It's just sweet cake bread, and I don't want it.
Yeah. What do you think cake is?
No, that's cake. That's different. I think the problem is on what was it? in name, it lies to me.
Uh-huh.
Because it's neither melon nor is it bread.
It's definitely bread.
It's sugar cake. That's what
then
it
it's
is.
cake.
Yeah, but it's not.
But
it's not called cake.
Okay, but here's the problem then. If
Go
you
on.
admit that it's cake, then
Yeah.
it is exactly what it is.
That's not what it says it is, though. It says it's bread.
Yeah, but there's plenty of food that says it's one thing and it's
Name
it's the other.
27.
Name 27. I gotta think of a food that says it's something.
There's not
And-
many. I don't think there's a ton that say the one thing. I mean, in Japan, you could definitely find fucking hundreds. Cause,
Yeah, there's
so
many.
much that's like unnamed.
There,
yet.
I bet you there's like 80 things with the subtitle of jelly, but it is
Oh,
not jelly.
oh, it's jam or it's like fucking
Yeah.
just grape juice or something nonsense. Yeah. I think when it comes to what do you call it? When it comes to this situation, I'm like, yeah, eat at your desk. Who fucking cares? I don't care. But I don't know. There's something about eating melon bread at your desk just kind of gross to me. Just 'cause I'm like, bro, it's not.
Okay, but here's you are making two different issues into one issue.
Go on.
Either you have the issue with melon bread as
I have that
a
issue.
thing,
Yeah.
and you have the issue of can you eat at your desk.
I-
Those are two completely separate issues.
Indeed.
Because if you remove the melon bread and replace it with anything else, the issue of can you eat at your desk is still there. So now the question is,
let's remove the melon bread entirely from the situation.
Okay.
Melon bread is
Should you
gone.
be able to eat at your desk?
Depends
Eat
on the-
breakfast at your desk.
Depends at the school. I would say.
What? To me, it's like, why the fuck not?
Depends on the school, because some schools are weird. That's the thing.
Yeah, okay, but like, to me, why would you make your staff effectively worse than they already are by denying them the ability to eat?
Listen.
Just because it's not mandated by some bald fucker who's been there for 40 fucking years and his last name is Tanaka
Yep.
and he doesn't know jack shit about what
Always.
he's doing.
That's the thing I love about like Japan. It's we have this joke that you invent a rule and then you follow the rule and then you forget you
Forget why
invented,
you
the,
invented
rule.
the rule?
Yes, but you have to follow the rule. It's always been there, and that is what a lot of these schools are. It's a lot of these places in Japan are. There is a rule for the sake of having a rule, and I think in a lot of these schools it's like that. It's like, oh, you can't eat your desk. Oh, why? Oh, because the kids will see. So the kids aren't here. They don't come in till like 8, whatever. The kids aren't in for another 20 minutes, so it's fine, right?
I've just thought of two foods that have a name and do not represent what they are.
Go on.
Black pudding is not fucking pudding.
Black pudding is disgusting.
Chicago-style pizza is not pizza. That's a pie.
It's a pie. No, I agree. No, and I agree with those things as well.
yes.
They're both disgusting because they don't follow the names. I mentioned.
Chicago-style pizza's great.
I've actually never had it.
It's very good.
Is it good?
Yeah, I
I
like
heard
it.
it's. You've seen the meme where he's like, "There's not enough cheese."
It's not enough. It's under this. It's under this.
It's
There's not enough sauce. It's under the
It's on the
cheese.
cheese. No, it's not.
not-
It's no. It's there's not enough cheese under the sauce.
Oh right, yeah.
There's not enough cheese. It's under the sauce.
Not enough cheese.
I'm from Chicago. I need more cheese. It's on the sauce. It's on the sauce.
Graham crackers are not crackers. They are cookies.
What the fuck are graham crackers?
Graham crackers. You know, graham crackers.
No, I don't have those. What are graham crackers?
They're like cookies that are covered in honey. You know,
What
the
the
thing you
fuck?
know you think you make s'mores with.
We don't have s'mores in the UK. We don't camp in the UK.
Oh,
It's
God.
depressing. Graham crackers. Hold on. Grand crackers.
Graham. It's like Graham, like Graham.
What?
Graham.
Oh. Crackers. Graham crackers.
Yes.
Made by, of course, Cracker Graham himself.
Yes. Mr. Graham is his father.
For my Mr. Graham, my father. For my British viewers who don't know, this is a graham cracker or Graham cracker is a sweet flavored cracker made of graham flour, originated in the US in the 19th century, with commercial development for about the 1800s. It is eaten as a snack food, usually honey or cinnamon flavored.
Yes. Oh, they're great.
America is wild.
They're amazing. Imagine that crushing chocolate and a marshmallow.
Holy fucking.
Oh, they're
How have
delicious.
I never had s'mores
I don't
before?
know.
These sound
Also-
fantastic.
Also, animal crackers, not crackers. They're cookies.
They are cookies, yeah. No, wait. No, they are. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Peanuts, not nuts.
David, what? Peanuts?
Peanuts
are
are not nuts.
What the fuck are they then, David?
They
They're
grow on a
nuts.
tree. They're fruit.
Shut the fuck up, David. No, fuck off, David.
Actually, the peanut is a legume. It is not a nut.
Peanuts. Nuts? Oh my god, or legumes or seeds.
Legumes. And I think the most famous one, and I think you'll agree that you have to concede this point to me.
Go on.
There is no ham in a hamburger.
Alright. Okay.
A hot dog is not actually a hot dog.
It's not.
I think I proved my point by this point.
Alright. Okay. Alright, you get that one. 1 point. 1 point. Jamie, put 1 put 1 point in David's board. I want a big.
We'll put it right there.
Yeah, boy.
Do you know those big like those baseball score things?
Yes.
I want one of those.
Like a
I want like a really big one, and then every season we rack up points.
Okay.
And the winner,
Fair enough.
the winner decides.
I don't know how you don't like melon pan. It's
just
like
hate it.
okay.
I don't like it.
Okay, hang on. Do you not like melon pan that's from the convenience store or just in general?
I've only had melon pan from the convenience store that one time, and then I
okay.
never had it again.
See, you need to go to the specific melon pan store that is right next to my station on the corner.
Is good?
All they sell is melon pan.
Jesus Christ.
It's pretty great.
Have I never seen that place? But all they said is melon pan?
The fucking building is orange.
Where?
Like literally right next to the station.
So, wait, as I leave from the normal exit.
If you leave from the normal exit and you go left down to the next like intersection,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
just down there. It's right on the corner.
that only sells melon pan?
Yes, they only sell melon pan.
I'm gonna check that out next time then. Okay. Alright. Like I'll eat it and I'll come back next time and I'll discuss whether I now like or still completely despise melon pan.
What about a McDonald's cream pie? Definitely not a cream pie.
Definitely not a cream pie. I ate one.
Well, I don't know. It fills you up.
It doesn't. They're very disgusting.
they're kinda gross.
It's fucking gross. Alright. Okay, fair enough.
And actually, that's an adult cream pie.
No, that was it. It was otana cream pie.
Yeah.
Otana cream pie.
Gross.
Do you hear that Japan is like gonna stop the mask mandate soon?
Yes, I heard in March.
In March.
When specifically in March?
After Golden Week, I believe they're gonna stop the mask mandate. I have seen,
How dare you,
bro? They were like,
You can't just let people have
Nope.
fun in this country.
nope, fuck you. Do mask on Golden Week, and then after that, you can take it off. I've just like stopped wearing a mask. I'm not gonna lie. Like I just like today coming here, I just completely forgot to grab my mask, and then I was like, oh, well, I guess that's gonna be because.
Honestly, I mean, if they're going away in a month, what's a month's difference gonna make?
Honestly, me, I think a bunch of other people as well that I saw on Twitter as well, like Japan Twitter, like sort of Gaijin Twitter, everyone's being like, well, if it's going in a month, I'm just going to stop wearing it now. There was a very interesting poll where I believe 40-something% of people were like, I'm just going to keep wearing the mask. And then everyone else was like, 40-something was like, I'm going to keep wearing it. 30-something said like, I'm going to take it off. I'm done. And then the rest were like, I don't know. Yeah. I'll decide when I decide. So I think it's gonna be like a nice even 50-50. I think if enough people like I'm done with this, like I'm done wearing masks, then the people who are on the fence will be like, oh, we're done? I bet. And they'll also start taking off. And then slowly, everyone will just start slowly removing.
I think like I'll definitely wear it
on the train.
Maybe on a train. Like I don't know. Like outside, I haven't been really wearing. Like I have it on my face.
Yeah.
I don't have
put it on. Yeah.
Because like I'm walking down the street, like unless someone like forcibly comes up and like fucking snogs me.
Oh my God.
I don't.
Yeah.
You know, there's.
I think I was wearing. I'd wear like masks on the train before COVID during like flu season, just because I'm like, yo, all you guys are disgusting, and
Oh, like more than anything, I should be wearing fucking things on my hands more than things on my face.
100%. Things are disgusting.
Okay, I've literally seen dudes who are sick, on the fucking train do something like this, and then grab the handle, and I'm like,
for those who know,
what is wrong?
Oh my
with
God!
you?
For those listening, they
just
oh
like
my fucking God! I'm getting
just like clear
goosebumps.
their nose right into their hand, and then just grab the fucking handle.
I saw a man. Oh my God! Until the day I die, I will not forget this scene. I saw a man lower his mask to then sneeze into the open and then raise his mask back up again. And I wanted to beat that man up. I was like, you can't do that. What do you mean you're...
Why you do this?
Why you do this? Why? I saw one other guy. Worst guy. Lowered his mask to sneeze into his hand to put the mask up and then grab onto the pole using that hand. And I was like, bro, what was this on purpose? Like, fuck me, you guys are disgusting. I can't deal with like and it's always salarymen.
Yes,
It's
100%.
always salarymen with the
100%.
worst sense of fucking
I've never
hygiene.
seen a lady do it ever.
Never. Not once in my life. It's every single fucking time it's a salaryman. So if I walk into a train and I'm like, using my Rayman abilities, this train is 62% salaryman. Yosh, I'm not gonna touch anything. Because I know these men's been sneezing and touching everything. There are too many salarymen for this train.
I will go stand in between like 5 ladies.
100%.
And I don't care how bad they feel.
I'm standing right there.
I'm standing right there because I know my health is protected.
Protected barrier of Japanese women to keep me and my body safe from these disgusting salarymen, bro. Like, I can't do it.
Salarymen are gross, man.
No,
like,
100%.
Why?
They do gross things on the train, like all the
All the time.
by every meaning, they do gross things on the train all the fucking time.
If you can think of it, and it's gross,
They've
done it. Yeah, they are doing it. It's
They are-
not that they've done it. They're currently and will continue to do it.
I'm trying to think. In the last 6 months, let's say, off the top of my head, I have seen a man openly watch porn on the train on his phone.
I've seen that.
Openly read one of those like manga big comic things and just flick straight to like the nude page basically just start reading that. I saw a man sneeze.
You mean like one of like the
thick manga book things, yeah.
Yeah, like a Shonen Jump.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
all pornography.
But it's all pornography.
Cool.
I saw a man whip one of those out of his briefcase and was just like, like it was fucking Reader's Digest. Like my man put on Reader's glasses to check out them titties. Like I was like, yo, you need to calm down. That's too much.
You wouldn't think you'd need to. They're so big.
So big and fake. Like, bro,
Yeah,
they print these in XXY just
Right,
for you. They know
exactly, right?
you are the only demographic.
This isn't like standard manga size. This is the big book.
No.
This is konbini size.
Convenient. They print it in that size.
Yeah.
Not because it's like, oh, we're being really boisterous for our porn. They're like, no, the only people buying this are Jichan. They need them in this big old size so they can see what the fuck's being written. Young people ain't buying that. They have the internet. Who's buying physical porn? David, are you buying physical porn? There we go. You better not be. It's weird. Don't buy physical porn.
I don't think so.
No, you wouldn't. Doesn't make sense. I don't even buy porn.
Well, the thing is, like, much like a Shonen Jump,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure because I've been to a convenience store enough, like, over periods of time to know that stuff switches every month, just like a Shonen Jump. So, like,
yeah.
it's like, now my question is, right, like, what are you doing with it after? Right? So, like, a Shonen Jump I get. You get the Shonen Jump, you read the Shonen Jump, you put it in the recycle.
Yeah.
Because you've already read the Shonen Jump.
You've read it, you're done,
right?
yeah.
But, like, are you just buying, like, monthly pornography? Like, at that point, just get a subscription.
Just get a subscription, yeah. Just have them send it to your house or something.
It's a lot less,
Is it
weird.
Is it an event? Because you know, like the new Shonen Jump comes out, and everyone's like, "Whoa, the new Shonen Jump's come out! I'm gonna go read the new chapter."
Do you
of...
think they have like sequential pornography?
They must.
Where it's like a series of pornography.
David, they must. You know they do. It's like, oh, I can't.
Because like I could understand if you had like a really long one.
Yeah.
Right? Like you like no, but I mean like you wrote and drew a story that's like really long.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, 40, 50, I don't know
how many panels. Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
Right? But like, could you do they have chapters? Do you release them like thing by thing?
I
could understand. Okay, I could understand if you were like a producing like your own like a doujin type situation.
Porn thing. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like, I can only release this whenever Komiket or whatever is out. But like, if it's in a monthly magazine, are you like writing chapters? Like how? What?
They're 100%. It must be a thing. It has to be a thing. Like every month, it must be like there's like Sudoku and shit in like the newspaper. It's probably that, just like the weekly like porn comic strip, and he's like, wow, fucking Tanaka Nakadashi really did Nakadashi that shit. That's crazy. Like you know there's gonna be shit like that. Like you know it just weekly, every week. Fucking 85...
I'm not even gonna question you on your vocabulary, but
don't do it. Every week, fucking 85-year-old Tanaka
Right.
is just in that comment, just like, man, I can't wait for this week's fucking
Yeah,
episode.
yeah,
of
yeah, okay. But like,
Big booty bitches.
I mean, I guess like, okay, I guess if like romance novels exist, this is just like an extrapolation of that to the comic book form, right?
This is the male version of romance novels. Women read romance novels and they go,
Yeah.
wow, I wish I was in the arms of Fabio
Right,
Medingo
yeah,
or some
yeah.
shit. I don't know. Men are
Long
more
hair,
big dick.
huge.
Yeah. Literally, very nice, very good wordplay on these books. And I guess for the men, it's more direct. It's like, oh, here are some titties, and if you like, here's also a story accompanying those titties.
Just barely.
It's a light story.
It's the saran wrap of stories.
Oh my god, it's like
It keeps everything contained,
But it's
just
fucking-
barely there.
it's basic. Man comes, I've got a pizza here, deliver. But
Hey, I know that one.
bro. It's literally, I read the series. Literally, I guarantee it's gonna be
great.
that. But it's aimed at like Japanese 85-year-old salarymen. So it's gonna be there.
Is it? I don't know if it is
has
anymore.
to be. People aren't reading
Okay.
this. It's gotta be some shit like it's like Pawahara, but it's like in this world it's like legal. So it's like chapter 1. Oh my god, young kid Mick just graduated has come to my office and they need help
Right.
with their salaryman homework.
Sure,
Fucking know. And
yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
oh, I can help you. Oh no, I've fallen over. My dick has fallen out. Oh my god, that's right. My dick
It
is
happens every day.
10 inches long. That's me, Tanaka,
Right.
10 inch. That's why they call me 10 inch Tanaka. Because my big old dick. And they fuck, I assume.
He's got that decadong.
He's got that decadome, bro. That's why they call me Deca. Let's go. Listen, in London they call me fucking Red Bus. It's 2 stories long. Let's go, baby. That's it. That's literally. I guarantee there's like some bullshit.
Probably.
Comics and this nonsense. Ah, Lord have mercy. That's fucking funny.
So if you have any series to recommend, please send your submissions
to our
to
email. If you generally know if this is a thing, let us know.
Yeah, please.
There's definitely gonna be someone in Discord that's like, well, I've heard from a friend of a friend that
Whose name is my name.
he's the exact same as me. That's why we're friends.
Yeah.
But I heard that
Good guy, love him.
Yeah, he's a really good guy, really innocent, really pure, Christian guy, Christian
Right.
values. But yeah, I heard that he has he's heard about this thing, and he has a hard drive that has all the information.
Right.
Ignore my name on the top. It's his name.
No relation.
No relation. Same last name.
Right.
We're cousins.
Yeah, exactly right.
You don't,
Weird how that happened.
You don't know him.
We're separated at birth.
He goes to a different school. You don't know.
Is that like this? That's like my girlfriend's from Canada type stuff.
You don't know him. He goes to a different school in Canada.
Right? Yeah.
But he has all the porn.
He's got all the hookups. He found it in the forest. You know
Yeah, he
how
found
it is.
He found it in the forest.
I always hear that story, but I've never found any in the forest. I'm
know-
disappointed.
There ain't no forests in London. We have the internet,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, there's lots of forests where I am, so I'm like, where it at?
The bears are taking them, bro.
Fair.
Or the
okay.
moose. There's moose in Canada?
There's plenty.
Moose are fucking scary, bro. I didn't realize how big moose were until
Yeah, they're like bigger than a car.
I saw a video of like this moose walking along like the highway and people like stopping in their cars like take videos. I'm thinking like, why are people stopping, you guys? It's a fucking moose. Drive on. And then like she drives closer to the moose and I go, yo, speed up. That is a
large.
titan. They are huge. If that thing decides, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna stand on my hind legs and just start boxing.
And step on you.
You're
Yeah.
fucked. These are scary animals. Fuck me.
That's
dude.
why most car deaths in the mountains are from moose, because what happens is that the car will hit the moose and chop block them in the legs, and because they're so tall, their entire body just flips right into the windshield and goes right through the top of the car and crushes you to death.
Holy, and I guarantee that after that the moose just stands up and he's like, well,
Yeah, probably.
fuck me.
Oh man, I
dude.
remember.
These things are
Okay, dude, I
tanks.
remember. Not to get off topic,
No,
but I
go,
remember
go,
I
go.
went on a skiing trip with my school and
Yeah.
we hit a fucking moose.
Wait,
in-
the bus hit the
The
moose?
bus, and it was like, this is like a Greyhound bus, like one of the big like.
Oh
fucking
shit.
buses.
Yeah.
The entire windshield was fucking gone. Like that's how like, and you know how tall a
They're
Greyhound
fucking
is.
huge.
It
Yeah.
hit the window,
Jesus. And the moose was like, all right, careful, man.
No, it's definitely dead.
Was it dead?
Oh yeah.
See,
It
it
got
takes
hit by a fucking bus.
oh, good. Sorry. Okay, it takes
But an entire full-size Greyhound bus full of people.
so it takes one fully loaded Greyhound bus to kill a moose, to fucking one hit that shit. So
Yep.
you're in a little fucking Chevy. You better swerve,
Yeah, you're fucking done.
bitch. You better swerve, bitch. The thing's gonna come for you. I don't like all that. Like being in like London, closest thing you have are like zoos and stuff. So when I meet people from like other countries that have like these giant animals just roaming around, I'm like, yo, you live in a strange world. If I flew into Canada and I was greeted by moose, I don't know what I would do. I think I would like just I just freeze up. I'm terrified of like giant animals. I think they're fucking terrified. That's why I don't like the ocean, because the ocean has too many giant. There's a phobia. It's called I forgot the phobia.
Thalassophobia.
I have that. I didn't realize it was a thing until I think I was like on Reddit and I was watching this video. Of, like,
I think thalassophobia is like the fear of the open sea.
I have that as well.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Whenever I go fishing, I'm always fucking terrified. I'm like, this is fucking.
When you can't see land anymore, that's where it becomes scary.
Fuck that, bro. No. Giant things in the ocean, terrifying. Giant things on land, terrifying. Like open ocean, terrifying. Where's land? What do you mean it's just water? Where do I go? Fucking Aquaman? Fuck this shit. This is madness. Can't do it. Can't do it. Big lakes. Oh, I'm getting the I'm getting the chills. I'm freaking myself out with this topic.
Do we want to move on?
Yeah. We can
to our actual topic of which we have titled this episode.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah.
No, that's fine. Hey, we started off a little bit slow, so now I feel like we're running here.
Oh, good
we're
man.
sprinting.
Do you want to talk about the shit seat bandit?
Yes, the shit
The fucking shit seat bandit. This is a real story. So what? For those who want to know, I'm not gonna jump in there yet. So that I saw this article last week.
I need to like put the shit seat bandit into like a synonymizer where it like gives me like like multiple different names using the same like thing, but like, you know.
Let me read the story. It's a very short one, but it's very interesting. It also once again spells out the whole thing that Japanese men are fucking weird sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes Fukushima man arrested for defecating on another person's bicycle seat. Now, oh my fucking
Chad move.
fucking disgusting. What kind of ape-brained shit is this? The first line of the article is, of course, the suspect claims to have been attracted to the victim. Tale as old as time.
Okay, yeah. There's always some sexual deviancy.
Okay, so it gets way worse. At about 8:30 a.m. on the day in question, a teenager approached her bicycle, which was parked outside the station. However, sitting on top of the seat was human fecal matter. For those who know the Johnny Depp meme. She immediately notified the police. Good call. And an investigation was launched. As a result, a grown-ass man, a 28-year-old man who lives in the neighboring Miyagi prefecture.
He went to a different prefecture?
You don't even live in the same fucking prefecture. What the fuck is wrong with you? Miyagi prefecture was arrested on suspicion of the suspected vandalism. And of course, he did it. The suspect is accused of defecating on the bikes somewhere between 5 p.m. on the 14th and 7 a.m. the following day. David, do you have some alternative names for me? Go on. David's fucking dead.
The fecal fixture fellow.
That's a good one. That's good.
The potty perpetrator.
That's nice.
The bowel bandit.
The bowel bandit.
The dung dasher.
The dung dasher is so good.
The waste wielder. The turd troublemaker.
Oh no! It's the turd troublemaker. Sounds like a villain from like the 60s version of Batman where everything's really camp and weird.
All I can think of is the fucking character from fucking Elden Ring. The loathsome dung eater.
Dung eater. Fuck me, dude.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ. So this is apparently so there's very little on this. There's very little on the such story itself. What happened was this man traveled across prefecture to shit on this teenager's bike. This is clean like
okay, yeah. There's always another wrinkle.
yeah. This person was a high school student, and this man has traveled cross prefecture to shit on her bike because quote unquote he liked her, found her attractive. You're a 28-year-old man, David. There is really a trend recently in Japan of like grown ass men doing just like
heinous, gross,
just the dumbest of shits. Like this ridiculous. Like in connection to not connection to that. That'll be fucking crazy. But like with that, we also had the other article of I'm gonna find it. Sushi terrorism.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah.
Is also so the conveyor belt sushi thing just will not end. So luckily the shit bandit, the bow bandit, the fecal,
the dung dasher,
he's in prison.
Oh, okay.
Court fucking signed right. Oh, your shit has DNA in it, you idiots. So they just went, all right,
weird.
let's just test this. Oh, it's this guy. Get him. Done. But this fucking sushi belt conveyor story is still going on weeks later. So the new thing that's happening is that it goes, as sushi terrorism grips Japan, some say ditch the conveyor belt. And that's because there is another, fuck me, there's so many. There is another thing going on, which is Sushiro is, Sushiro is dealing with another incident of sushi terrorism, this time from a miner in Kumamoto, who decided it'll be funny to spray disinfectant on sushi passing on the conveyor belt.
He just wanted to make sure they're clean.
You gotta make sure they're clean. You gotta make sure they're clean.
Other people are licking them, so you gotta make sure they're clean.
He's like, listen, I heard the guys behind me saying something about touching the sushi. So I'm disinfecting the sushi. Once again, this idiot recorded his quote-unquote gag and uploaded it to social media. Sushiro promises a strict response. Bro, you got... By the end of this, how much money do you think Sushiro is going to collect from these fucking clowns? There are
a lot more than they would have made selling sushi.
100%.
They should just use this like a honeypot and just do it to like trap people into lawsuits.
Everyone, like, I can't. They should make like a fake sushi store with like fake sushi, fake like cameras set up everywhere, and just have it like, oh guys, wow, look, sushi, discounted sushi. This sushi's only 50 yen. Oh,
right.
Conveyor belt 10 times slower. This
It
sushi
just barely moves.
Just barely moving. It's like snail's pace long. Oh, anything could happen to this slow paced conveyor belt. Everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna touch the sushi. Second you touch it, fucking man comes out the conveyor, but the entire thing comes up.
He comes out of that little slot you slide your
literally, yeah,
dishes
he
in.
Pops out of there. The chairs transform into police officers. Like, oh, you got you. Yeah, this was a sting. You're under arrest for being a cunt. Sushi rolls.
I don't know if that's a law in Japan, but they should make it one.
I'm gonna make it one. I'm gonna wear the exact hat you're wearing, and I'm gonna be the cunt police, and I'm gonna go around arresting. Dave's hat's a massive C in it. And I'm gonna go around arresting people for being massive cunts. That's gonna be my entire job. Stop! Looks like you're drinking a strong zero at 10 a.m. on a busy train.
Yeah, okay, but here's the problem. Yeah,
go on.
You can't call it that because the abbreviation is CP.
Shit! Fuck! You're right. Can't do that.
No.
Oh, you can't do that. Man, we need a new. Oh, that's gonna be really bad for the PR.
Right? Yeah.
If we're all walking around. Yeah. That's not good.
Dude, I love the CP. Like that would not be good. That would be bad.
Dickhead Patrol, the DP.
You're gonna give them the dickhead tax.
100%. Oh my god. 100%. We discussed this was off podcast, right?
Yes. Yeah.
We discussed this. We're gonna create like an enforcer group. It's gonna be me, Jay, David, and probably 25 other burly men, and our entire job is gonna be to go around Japan. We'll start in Tokyo. We'll start just in Tokyo. Basically handing out tax to people, little barcodes you can pay at the convenience for anyone being a dickhead. It's like, stop right there, sir. Are you wearing socks and sandals?
Before you continue, you must pay the dickhead tax.
Stop right there, sir. Are you playing very loud music from your phone on a train? That's 20,000 yen.
No. That's not a fine. That's go straight to prison.
Oh, I'm fining your ass first. Oh boy. I'll be like, you gotta pay this fine. Second,
that shit blew up this week, didn't it?
Did. I saw that, yeah. Random streamer did dickhead thing on train, and now people mad at
I would love to show it but I don't think we have time this week.
No, but maybe next week.
Maybe
I
yeah.
want the story to continue a little bit more before we really
Right,
get
I
into
want to
it.
know, like, okay, what is going to be the fallout of this? Because
Same. That's why I'm waiting.
I originally had seen this on like Reddit or whatever, but
Same.
now I'm seeing it like everywhere.
Yeah.
So like, I have to imagine that either this guy's going to try and ride this wave of like getting not necessarily popular, but like more well known, but you know, he's also an asshole, and I think like pretty unanimously I've seen most people be like, yeah, this guy's a piece of shit.
Oh no, 100%. The consensus is that this man is a massive dickhead. So I'm at least happy that people are on the correct side of this. I was going to be like, hey, let's talk about this, but I think maybe it's a next week conversation.
Yeah,
I want to
think
see
so as well.
a little more about what's gonna actually come of this, and then once we know, we'll be able to be like, okay, let's discuss on the phone podcast. Yeah, I think it'll be good. I'm very excited for that, actually. I think next week, actually, I was thinking that next week is March.
It is March.
So this week, what we're gonna do is we're gonna discuss like timetables. When will be the best time to have the podcast, like the live stream? When will be the best time to do it? To have like 2 or 3 different schedules. Put it in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, please let us know like when you would like the live streams to happen.
Yeah.
Work out like 2 or 3 times, and then we'll alternate times depending on sort of our schedules and also like when is the
as
best
best
time to
as
do
we
it.
can, right?
Pretty much, yeah, which would be good. I think when we do it early, we always see like an influx of people. When we do it late, we also see an influx of people. So like I think early or late might be the best ones. Maybe 2 earlys a week, 2 lates a week. We'll see what time's best. But anyway, I'm gonna we have stuff to do this evening. We're gonna go
Yeah,
and
we
we're gonna
gotta
do
go.
stuff. Secret, quiet. We're gonna go do things. Me and David go to an izakaya.
I mean,
get
it's
drunk.
not like he's gonna hear it.
Yeah,
this
just in
episode,
case.
you know.
Yeah, we're gonna go in izakaya and get drunk. Wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited for it, guys. I'll see you next week. My muscles are in pain. Until then, stay safe. Don't do cocaine unless you really have to, and it's affordable.
Unless you have.
Unless you have to. Bye, guys.